here I am, and I got to speak very quickly because I've got this very nice lady with a hook on the side of me as well, and there's just so much to chat about. Does anyone here know about the plastic bank? Did anyone come specifically to hear about me at all? Thank you for those who did. And I'm going to share a couple of the paradigms that I've learned from creating a global organization that is ending poverty and stopping ocean plastic at the same time. I'll ask a couple of paradigms to begin with if you haven't heard me speak before. Firstly, is there anyone here that doesn't think a catastrophe is unfolding in the ocean with marine debris? Anyone? We all agree that something needs to happen about what is unfolding in the ocean, true? Of course. I'd always commit that is your second thought. The first thought is always, I want to do something about what is occurring, but I don't know how. Which is the thought of every consumer around the world and every human around the world that wants to do something about something. And I'll give you the paradigm that we operate from. Now, we're a global organization. We'll do approaching 100 million in revenue this year. We're scaling exponentially, 100% year-over-year growth. 3 times United Nations awarded social enterprise. Been invited to meet the Pope, kings, all kinds of crazy things for the work that we're doing. So I'll ask you, if every bottle you encountered, if every piece of packaging that you encountered was worth €5, $5 US, £5, 5 Swiss franc, how many would you see in the waste bin? How many would you see in the ocean? How many would you see in the environment? Any? 0, right? We wouldn't see any anywhere. Because even if you didn't pick up, someone would be right behind you to do that for you. So we can agree that it has nothing to do with the plastic, it's us. We have to stop vilifying what is outside and look inside for the solution. It's no different than walking over a field of diamonds. If you see diamonds beneath your feet, you want to pick them up, but you recognize simultaneously there's no bank I can take the diamonds to. There's no store that I could spend the value of the diamonds at. No one will barter with me. Do you pick up the diamonds? Probably not. Because to you, they're worthless. It's precisely what's occurring in the areas that are the greatest contributors to marine-based debris, those areas of poverty. Over 80% of land-based plastic entering the ocean from areas of extreme poverty. No surprise, because there is nothing else for them to do except throw it in the canal, throw it in the river, burn it, suffer the cardiopulmonary disease. And we can talk about going and cleaning the ocean. We can talk about beach cleanups or selling bracelets to support or all kinds of other little crafts that want to make little widgets out of ocean plastic, but it is no different than walking into your kitchen and the sink overflowing. And if water is seeping into the floor and it's jeopardizing the foundation of the home and you're in a panic and you've got to reach for a bucket, a mop, or a plunger, what do you do first? Logically, you need to turn off the tap. Futile to mop, plunge, or scoop up the water if you don't turn the tap off first. Logical, no? And we're entering the regeneration economy. Period. And I'm even tired of listening in this conference, people talking about sustainability. We're so beyond sustainability. Sustainability, wow, oh my goodness, will sustain the damage that's occurred. The next generation, let me assure you, the Greta generation, the one after them, and especially if you look at Greta today, that generation went through the financial crisis, marine debris, marine acidification, climate change. You've got an entire generation that has been scared for a decade or more. And their business is going to go to the organizations that are committed to restoring the damage that's been done. The Blue Ocean strategy, the non-competitive strategy, will take you away from those organizations that are committing sustainability. Those are the ones that are going to regenerate the earth. That's what's occurring. Who are we as the Plastic Bank? We're a global chain of stores for the world's emerging. approaching 1,000 locations globally. Started off in Haiti, Indonesia, Philippines, Brazil, Egypt, opening Thailand, now Cameroon, Tanzania, and Kenya next year, where everything in the store can be purchased using plastic that would have otherwise entered the ocean. Most popular, school tuition and medical insurance. Cell phone minutes, Wi-Fi, cooking fuel, access to clean water, diversified diet. Everything that the world's emerging have always struggled to afford, now available using garbage as money. Inside of everything that we do is a blockchain-based banking application. It's Plastic Bank. The more frequently you collect and you return the material, you certainly earn a bank account. You earn a level of identity. It becomes an identity for you. The more you collect and you save, you have an asset, or collectors are safe from robbery. But more importantly, in the spirit of a bank, they're in a credit worthiness score. Over the course of time, we can easily substantiate their reliability, their credibility, and their ability to repay, giving them access to small business loans and insurance products that they as well repay or pay a premium using garbage that would have otherwise flown into the environment. Providing transparency, traceability, authenticity to the transaction itself. The mass volumes of material we collect, just about to announce our 2 billionth bottle, 2,000 million bottles collected from the environment. If you can consider the supply chain that we've had to create, what we've had to do inside of that, the banking, the language, the translation, the organizations that are involved with us as well. Now we're a for-profit business and we generate our profit by collecting that material, which we call social plastic. Social plastic, if you consider the name of it itself. Social plastic, a material whose value is transferred through the lives of the people who encounter it, whether you be rich or poor. Value for the world. Consider that all of the plastic we've ever produced is still here. 10 trillion kilos of plastic on the earth. This year, even during COVID, we'll use some 500 billion, with 10 billion waiting to be recycled. The definition of insanity. Continuing to do the same thing and expecting a different result. How ridiculous that we continue to produce more. But if we look at gift in everything, which is what we do at the Plastic Bank, and we can look at that 10 trillion kilo and say it's roughly 50 cents per kilo. It's now approaching $2 a kilo. 50 cents a kilo is a $5 trillion value, estimated 500 billion to end extreme poverty in the world. Perhaps we've been inadvertently depositing the very value to end all suffering. I believe so. And that's if we only transact it once. Now, our platform is material agnostic, so it's not just plastic, it's aluminum and paper. You want to create an ecosystem that lets you collect and exchange used and discarded batteries, you can do that. Tires, abandoned cars, abandoned boats. Whatever you want to do, we've taken the physical and converted it to the digital. We're a fintech platform for climate. This is a picture from a family just a few months ago in a relationship with a Lombard Odier, a Swiss bank. They can't even use the material that we collect, but they support us, like within carbon credits. We've got plastic credits that creates recycling ecosystems and infrastructure around the world. And in partnership with them, we gave away 1,000 tablets to the world's poor. Tears everywhere, and families that were able to receive a digital application that brought knowledge to their family. Incredibly powerful. So the material makes its way back into products so that you as a consumer have the ability to go to a store, and when you buy that product off the shelf, you powerfully as a consumer have the ability to make that choice, and when you take it off the shelf, you would in fact be ending poverty and preventing ocean plastic at the same time. Now there is just so much more for me to talk about, but I'm out of time. So I am David fighting Goliath. Remember who fought Goliath? David did. And I'm here solely on stage right now as an introduction, so you know who I am. Because I'm here to have deep conversations with everybody. So let's please continue the conversation as you see me. I'd love to continue to have that with you. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you.